We're hot. Back at Call of the Netherdeep, episode 51 or something. I'm Jasilionis, the Dungeon Master. Huzzah! Dungeons and Dragons! Players, go.
Hi. My name's Hunter, and I am playing Morgen Megen today, the Shaddarkai cleric of the Grave Domain.
Hey, I'm Travis, and I'm here to play dagger and stab your heart.
Dang, smooth.
Playing Aljin, the Ashari sorcerer.
And I'm Ray. I'm playing Ludo, the Aasimar paladin, who may have just found his mother.
Yeah, there were some things said last session, and for a quick recap, the players had started in these Grottos of Fury here in the Netherdeep, hiding in this little side chamber away from the pushing and pulling currents that tried to smash them into the ruidium crystals that were lining the walls. They worked together, pushed away from the room, and further into the dungeon. The next area had two death embraces awaiting them, seemingly content and floating in a warm chamber that was heated by thermal vents. In the center of the room was lying a ruidium-encrusted pair of sword and shield. The team made a plan after Aljin noticed another secret hidden tunnel halfway through the room, and the party made their way into that, with Ludo grabbing the weaponry along the way, electing to use those in his quest for vengeance instead of the spear and shield he had been using up until now. They made their way further into the dungeon, delving into another area and another map that is just as big as the previous two. In this next room, both Aljin and Morgen succumbed to some enchanting effect, these glowing red crowns that charmed them and compelled them to move further into the next area, deeper in the dungeon, with reckless abandon, chasing their dreams and their life goals as they saw the future that they wanted awaiting them at the end of the chase. Aljin described his life growing old back at his home with the love of his life, Ludo. And Morgen sought a life that hung between life and death, wishing to usher the souls into the afterlife and to protect the weaves of fate for eternity in service to her queen. Ludo and Dagger had to smack their friends out of these illusions, quite literally, but they all found themselves in another area, still being haunted by these memories and moments of life that Elixian wanted them to repeat. And that's the little lore snippets that you've all been receiving as you made your way throughout it. You remember seeing a memory of a warrior, now an adult, knelt before an altar in a ruined temple of Exandria, the Changebringer. Fight for the freedom of others, he whispers in reverence. His hand, scarred and shaking, still grips the hilt of his sword. Luck favors the daring, he says with determination. The Changebringer doesn't bless cowards. Later, this warrior holding up his hand to the sky beneath a sheltering silvery glow of the moon Katha, and a drop of moonlight falls into his cupped hands. It turns into a swirl of colors and takes the form of a small golden amulet. The warrior, awestruck, whispers a prayer as he presses the jewel of three prayers to his chest. You all catch those fleeting moments going in further, chasing after your friends. After this, you inch forward a little bit more cautiously as the area they were in started to warp reality as they were greeted by more monsters in an illusory town street. They quickly dispatched the monsters and went forward into a room that came up out of the water, surrounded in these little waterfalls of flowing red water. At the edge of that waterfall, they were greeted by Perigree, a diva, the celestial that accompanied and fell in love with Elixian during the calamity that you have seen in various visions of the past. She appears to be corrupted by the ruidium and angry, confused, and lost. She initially tries to dispel this party as mere illusions, but Ludo presents the Jewel of Three Prayers and swore that they were there to help redeem Elixian. This is when Perigree got a good look at the young Aasimar and seemed to halt, asking, "There's no way, could you be her son?" How does that make any sense? Well, let's figure it out and get back to it. That's what I've written. Any other questions or clarifications?
All right, now let's kill her. I'm kidding.
No,
I'm gonna say we should murder her.
Mama!
So you've seen this image, and that's what she's looked like in the past, but really as you now step forward closer into this room, Ludo, the light of the jewel illuminating her, you see the veins of ruidium that instead encompass her skin darkened. Let me see if I can find a... This will also post in the VTT chat. Maybe you might be able to see that a little better. Eyes glowing a little bit red, the veins of ruidium racing throughout her body.
Is she holding them all, or is that part of her like hand?
That's her holding like a giant mace that the celestial favors.
I kind of
And it's pointed at you. Oh, in a wording manner. And she says, "What illusion is this? You look just like him. Explain yourself."
It is I, Ludo.
It's not a name I know.
Well, nice to meet you.
My son. The ages ago. I had to flee, I had to leave Elixir to his death the first time. Been sheltered. Stored him away where the war never touched. How did they get to you? How do they bring your image before me now?
What was that? I think I'm going to, just for the sake of being cool and kind of, I think it's kind of fitting. I'm going to use, where is that?
Yeah, so
What's that called? Why do I have so much crap? I'm going to use Radiant Soul. So transform, gain glimmering eyes, and 2 incorporeal wings. And just kind of like rise up and show her that I'm the real deal.
So yeah, you light up. Sorry, I was like waiting for something to pop up for some reason. I'm like, wait, no, you're just doing that. So describe what it looks like as you take this form.
I think, in this particular instance, like you guys have seen him do this before, and it seems like it's more out of like necessity or rage, but in this instance, it's almost like he just feels like the Changebringer coming over him, and his eyes just kind of like roll back and start glowing, and then the wings just kind of like sprout out almost like majestically, and then he starts to like float in the air as the wings kind of like almost look like they're treading water.
Mm-hmm. And as you see this, she begins to shy back, but then the radiant light is coming off. She has to like avert her gaze, hold her hand up in front, and in that time you see she begins to go casting a spell. Morgen and Aljin. So Dagger, you asked to go stealth along the wall, and you got a 26.
Ew. I don't think that's what it is.
Okay.
It just rolls.
Oh, okay, because that's probably your thing. Because even though your ruidium roll, you take 2 off of your checks because the corruption, you actually get to ignore that with your reliable talent.
Is that... The only effect I see is -2 on saves.
It should be on all D20 rolls. So if that's not correct on there, then I apologize, and I'll have to fix that.
Okay, it's kind of hard because reliable talent has just made the math like
Yeah, no,
impossible to
that's
figure
what
out.
I'm saying. I think reliable talent is overriding no matter what you roll, because your result is what you roll -2, but then reliable talent says it can't be less than this. So for this particular skill check, I guess, or anything that reliable talent would kick into.
So it's on the dice roll itself, not the effect.
Yeah, it's you're getting a -2 on pretty much all D20. So corruption, when we first started, it was you just had level 1 exhaustion basically, and that was disadvantage on everything. or ability checks. Throughout the things with 2024 when it updated how they do exhaustion, as it's you get a -2 off of your d20 checks, and that goes up for every level of exhaustion. Eventually, like, and your movement and stuff like that. So I just thought that was a better way to show the corruption while keeping it mechanically different than what we've been running. And, you know, because if you guys have other mechanical effects that give you exhaustion, that would go in the same tier as ruidium corruption, and I wanted to separate those basically. Does that make sense?
Enough. Yeah.
Yeah, ruidium corruption, you're getting -2 on your d20s. Tax is how it should be coded.
Okay, let me
Sorry.
see.
Because I know I made that feat a while ago, so I thought that's how I made it. But if you're saying stuff doesn't show up when you're trying that, then
It's not. No. I'll remember -2 on all
Okay.
20s.
yeah, sorry, I thought I made the feat for that.
So that would have been a 20 to stealth then.
Well, that goes back
But
to what
reliable
we're saying,
talent makes
reliable
it
talent.
funky,
That's
yeah.
what the whole started this whole thing in the first place. So that's apologies. Rogues are making it harder.
It would still be a 20 because it's just -2 off, like, not off the roll itself. It's just a modifier, right? So I rolled a 10
Yeah.
plus
Well,
11.
but I'm
minus
saying
2.
your rogue reliable talent is still overriding that, because it's making it off the dice roll itself. So, like, I'm not gonna split that mechanically and say, like, actually this. It's
Oh,
yeah,
okay, never mind.
yeah. That's what I was trying to get established. Sorry. I'm just double checking the things.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more time on it. Maybe later.
Yeah, sorry if I'm explaining it badly. I am just double checking stuff. But either way, you are. I will give Morgan and Aljin a chance to do what they're wanting to do in this moment, if anything. Sorry.
Aljin might be moving like this way here, closer to Ludo. Not doing anything really trying to hinder or help at this point. Kind of let Ludo do his thing.
All right, so yeah, as Ludo's like floating, I think he's going to kind of like gesture and like an outward like friendly hand towards Perigree here. And I think we in the last session, at the end of the last session, wasn't I trying to convince her to like join us to help Alexian?
Yeah, you had said join us, and she said, "Help me, help him." Were the last words that she had uttered.
Okay. Yeah, so I think he would still do that gesture, kind of like.
Yeah, and this
friendly,
is
open palm.
because she's like, as you radiated and they did your ASMR form, she's casting a spell right now. So that's why, in case if Morgan or Aljin were reacting to that, or you're reacting to that as well.
I don't have any
Counter
reactions
spell?
for spells.
Yeah.
We're not that kind of
Yeah.
team.
Yeah. More, even if more than just like a strict reaction, I was, like, just giving you guys a chance to get yourself set up for what you might want to try and do. But if you want to just hang back and waiting for the results, that is also perfectly fine.
Explosion in our faces. Yeah, we'll do that.
As the spell is being cast, you feel a presence, a magical energy wash over you, and it's kind of similar to what your divine sense is. It could be recognized as what is a spell of detect evil and good. She's like, I feel the celestial off of you. I know that energy. Where do you come from?
I don't know if I've ever established that.
I was gonna say, what is Ludo's hometown? What was his family. I will ask Ludo, can you remember? Or do you think maybe something has made you not be able to remember?
Yeah, I think maybe in this moment he realizes that he doesn't have a memory of growing up with a family. He's always just remembered growing up, devoting his life to the church and the Changebringer of Andra, and yeah, just trying to protect people, bring about change for the better.
Aljin, when you first came across Ludo, you were in Jorhas. You were in the Wildlands.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things like he came across Ludo wandering. It wasn't like they became friends. It was kind of like he showed up and Aljin sort of was like, "Hey, you okay?" And they just sort of became friends because it was like he couldn't leave him out there. You know, Aljin just couldn't leave someone in need like that was that confused out there. Is how I sort of like imagine it. I think it was like a lost, sort of a little bit like a lost puppy. Like, you know, they don't know what's going on. Let's just come with me. We'll figure stuff out, and it's sort of grown from there. I don't think he would be able to understand that though, but he might want. I think he would speak up a little bit. Like he was confused when I met him, and I think I was the first one wherever he was from to sort of befriend him. Maybe you can. Does he seem familiar to you? He sort of looks at Perigree about that. Just sort of seeing if he can jog her memory of, you know, she knows she had a kid. At least where was that from? I guess would be the like underline to see if she knows where she left her child.
I brought my son to a simple monastery, hidden, was free from the scars of war, of the calamity. I had to leave my love Lixian behind. I went back to his homeland, and there I entrusted my son with the monks and the clerics. Told him to protect my bloodline. You a product of that bloodline? I will say, because when we started, you established really the only memory Ludo had was that burning village. That moment of failure that you sought redemption from.
Yeah.
And you're trying to think of why you can't remember anything before that.
I can't remember anything before when the village was attacked. I guess I've spent so much time trying to seek redemption that the memories before that have all but faded.
They done to you. I can taste the effects of so many gods having touched and interfered with you, just like they did Elixian. Why won't they leave you alone? They leave him alone. Why do you smell like sulfur?
Probably that baklava I got back in the city. I'm sorry. I probably.
You jest. Now you make a mockery of my pain, my suffering. I see it now. I detect the evil, the infernal presence hiding within you.
Is it bad that so many gods want this person? He's special. Look at him. It's not they're wanting to control him, is they want to help him. They want a piece to try to get in there and maybe right what's wrong.
Use him to their own ends.
Even if no, we don't know that. We don't know what the gods are thinking. Even if you smell infernal on him, that means even the hells want him. He's important.
Means he's just another pawn, another trick. And she holds out the mace forward. Won't fall for it again. And she begins casting another spell.
Not a trick. I think, Ludo's going to, he's kind of kept it a little bit secret, but I'm trying to think of how he would, the Infernal have tried to influence me, and they still try, but I remain true. And he thinks of it was Asmodeus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Asmodeus in his mind, and I think at that point, maybe especially Aljin would kind of like, maybe if he wanted to roll like an insight, maybe see that Ludo's kind of like almost looking into the back of his head, like even with his glowing eyes.
I'll roll a 3. not a real
Yeah,
insightful human is Aljin.
Well, because you've witnessed.
Spend some time with him.
Ludo.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff happening, but it's still not like the most insightful human. Sometimes feelings gets in the way of mental clarity.
Two forms shift out on either side of her, flicking around, and it's hard to pinpoint and trace her exact placement at the moment. Her wings spread wide, and she is ready for battle. I think we're going to go into initiative.
I was thinking about doing something
Yes.
huge and
You all
decided
have
against
this
it.
moment since she just did this cast. Everyone has their action. So Ludo, you're looking within.
Yeah, was that a question?
Yeah. Pretty much like, what are you trying to insight from yourself, from what's around you?
I mean, Ludo was still, he kind of had like his hand outstretched still, like trying to offer that support. But then in that moment when she mentioned the smelling of the sulfur and the infernal came up, then he looked internally towards Asmodeus, who has actually been rather quiet lately.
Looking inward in that moment, reflecting on it. I'm always here if you're willing to play ball. Why don't you just let him go when you get in there? He deserves to be free, right?
He deserves redemption. And the redemption will free him. So yes. But we do this the right way.
The right way has got him where he's at right now. You're ready to ask for help. Do it.
Hey, above table, what happens if somebody asks the Infernal for help?
All right. We'll need everyone else's initiative. Unless the other one, sorry.
I was highly considering something as she was talking, as she was casting a spell. I just don't know if I'm going to do it before she does it. It's just...
Dagger, you got the drop.
How does the effect look as I see the multiple angels just show up?
Go ahead, give an Arcana check.
Oh. Yay. 13.
That just beats the DC. You have seen a mirror image spell before.
Okay.
I think your specialties, you know that it's not about accuracy necessarily with this spell. So,
Okay.
sometimes you just gotta hit and be a little lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So are you going to make that your action? Are you doing anything else?
No, I do. I think we're in for a fight regardless of what happens. I'm going to throw a psychic dagger at one of the images to see if I could pop it. If I recognize that's what that is. So this is a thrown psychic dagger. 21.
21 will hit. Maybe. One of the illusions goes away.
Cool. I'm going to use my bonus to hide afterwards. So that's the stealth roll.
Yep.
26.
Perfect.
Oh, and I just looked through everything. The feat is doing what it's supposed to.
Yeah, I was just looking, and I think it's already adjusted on the math that's rolling, because I think you have 5 decks, 5 things, so like your stuff should be, your numbers would be a lot better for your attacks if without that.
Yeah, it's modifying the modifiers without showing the math, which is really cumbersome. But
so it's
correct
already
roll.
applied. Okay. Yeah, that's because I was just double checking. I'm like, wait, no, because I'm like, wait, I thought I made sure that, because I'm like, I tested it on multiple characters when I made this feat. What did I do wrong? And I was just double checking that I had it modifiers
Jump
right.
with a dumbass.
Nope. No, I was not paying attention either. All right. So that's still a pretty good hide roll. Yeah, you smack out with a dagger. Aljin.
I'm gonna take
these disarming tactics. Attempting to persuade could also, you felt in the moment when you were trying to do that with your friend. You remember?
Jack, I had a plan. Jack, why? Why? I had a plan. I knew what I was going to do, and then you bring that shit up.
I'm just saying, I know Aljin is weighing his options.
He wasn't, though. He was attacking. But now he might not. Irritated. I think he would try to, because he is going to step in front of Ludo. He has full hope in Ludo, and like he fully believes. There's some things that he doesn't know. I think he didn't see the final battle. He didn't see a few things because of reasons, but he does have full understanding that, or full hope that Ludo is like this person, and he's like kind of looking at both of them, like realizing that they look very similar. And I'm pivoting from what I was going to do, which is a good old classic for Aljin, and he's going to go try to persuade and calm this down. And I really wish at this point I was the calm emotions type of sorcerer, but I'm not. He's the talkative kind, and he's going to just look and be like, trying to calm her down, like, Perry, listen, he is who you think he is. He might not be your son, but but at least an ancestor. Look at him. He looks just like. And I think at this point, he. Let me roll for it. A 9. He knows shit of nothing. He's lying at this point. he pivoted 2 lies. He's like, he looks just like your husband, and he has the moral standings and everything of of a good person. He is touched by all the gods because they all want a piece of him, because they know exactly what he is, and that's important and special. And you just need to trust us. And he like puts his hands like down, hoping that the other 2 will understand to stop attacking. I think. I don't know.
You can make that a persuasion or deception check, I guess, of your angle.
Like I said, he like looked, hoping, like noticing them together would be like, yeah, they look identical, but like he can't quite see it with my perception of 9. He can't quite see it, so it was initially supposed to be persuasion, but slowly turned into deception.
I'm trying to
Is how
convince
that's gonna
yourself,
roll.
basically.
Yeah, yep, basically, yeah, 100%. God, I have a +9, guys. I have a +9.
The
That's a +9
faltering.
for 13. Ugh.
Faltering. She's like, I can hear the lack of conviction in your words. No, more tricks. Just like that amulet around your neck. And she points at Ludo. It will reveal the truth. You see her as she's still beginning to cast this spell. It's going to unleash this next turn. Ludo, in your ear, you whisper, we can show you the truth. Do you think you can't remember anything? It wasn't us who did that. The gods brought you back for a reason. How do you think they found you in the first place? Where do you think they knew where to look?
That he beat me in.
You were hidden. And then Elixion gave in, and he made a deal. The deal was you. We fulfilled our end of the bargain.
How do I know you're not just trying to manipulate me?
Father, who knows lies best, doesn't need to tell lies. He can just expose them.
Or craft one so beautifully his own that it seems a truth even to himself.
Well, when you find Elixion, why don't you ask him yourself? See where your vengeance is deserved.
Alright, I think Ludo is going to kind of brush off Asmodeus's voice and like hover over this towards Perigree. But he's not gonna do it in like a like an aggressive way. He's just gonna kind of like his wings are just kind of doing that treading water kind of thing, treading air, and he still has his hand out and looking like he's trying to offer his assistance.
Yeah.
yeah, I think he's just going to go up to her and yeah, with that palm extended, please let us help you.
Will you make your action a persuasion attempt?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and give that. Let me know the roll.
All right, persuasion. Come on, big money, big money. 18.
18. She falters for a second and she hears the earnestness. She can hear the truth in your voice. And she says, I feel you telling the truth. I know you don't speak lies. But why do you carry him with you? Are you doing anything else?
I don't think so. Am I able to react when she's saying that?
Yes, you have a chance to respond. While the spell she is casting will go off simultaneously.
Okay. Yeah, he obviously knows who she's talking about at this point, and so he grasps the amulet and he powered up the amulet and gave us the power to reach this point. He tries to manipulate, he tries to lie, but I have not faltered. I still remain true to Avandra, the Changebringer, and Alexian's redemption.
I can taste your vengeance, your quest for it. Its aura is all around you. Will reveal the lies as a moonbeam hits centered right upon you. You have Moonbeam on your character sheet, right, Ludo?
Yes.
Can you go ahead and read that out or post the VTT for me, please?
Or...
Oh God, I know what it says. I'm curious.
A silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40 feet high cylinder centered on a point within range until the spell ends. Dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it's engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain. It must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. A shape changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, also instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light. Each of your turns after you cast a spell, you can use an action to move the beam up to 6 feet in any direction.
As that moonbeam hits centered upon you, you feel that part that you've been touching, that one groove in the jewel that you've always grabbed and felt that warmth radiating off of. It looked like it's been an extension of the jewel. That's as it's grown and awakened and changed, you just thought that was a natural part of it. And all of a sudden, it begins to get warmer and warmer to the touch. And finally, you hear a, "Yeah, fine!" And out of his shape-shifted invisibility, tiny imp appears. I've been here the whole time, fuckers!
You had me that Ludo was something else. I was expecting Ludo to turn into a demon. God. You seriously had me there. I'm like, Ludo's gonna be a tiefling. There's gonna be some crazy shit happening, and Ludo's gonna be a tiefling. And
I've been here the whole
time.
What?
And he is going to enter initiative. And, yeah, pretty much since this is all happening right on her turn as that, he is going to go ahead and need to make that con save. And she is going to roll. He says, I'll see you later, fuckers. Yep. And you feel a silence wash over you that's not been there for a while. Morgan, that's gonna be your turn.
I don't even know what to do with this. Okay. I guess I'll get a little closer, and I'm gonna ready an action. If Perigree becomes like, I guess, more hostile or takes another hostile action, we are going to cast a. I'm gonna go with a Sacred Flame. We'll try that out on it. But that'll, yeah, like I said, if she does another hostile action towards our party members, that'll be the trigger.
And so that's the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, we'll move back up to top initiative with Dagger.
Dagger's going to hold dagger throw if the angel acts up again. Basically the same thing Morgan's doing. He sees what Morgan's doing and is going to copy the same thing.
All right. Aljin.
Ludo's right after me. I don't want him to be in there. I don't like he's in the moonbeam. That's...
But keep in mind that it's radiant. I'm resistant to radiant.
I'm not... No. No. He doesn't... That's not something that crosses his mind, really, because of literally the last 30 minutes of what's happened, and you're now in danger. And I mean, it's up to you. You can make the save, but he's gonna try to pull you out as a bonus action, Vortex Warp, and pull you out. So I mean, you can make a DC 18 con save if you would like, because you do feel the tides washing up on you. You know what that is. It's up to you if you want to try to make the save.
Yeah. Well, I feel like at this point too, Aljin and Ludo have grown pretty close, and Ludo knows that he's probably in some sort of danger, or Aljin's trying to protect him, so he trusts that Aljin is trying to remove him from danger.
Yeah, so he pulls you literally right behind him, and that was I'm using some sorcery points to make that my bonus action. I'm going to quicken that spell, so I can use a message as my main spell. I can trip message to her, so no one else hears it. Basically, just being like, "Listen, we don't want to fight. This is counterproductive to what we need to do. Yes, there might have been an imp. We took care of that. You did take care of that. Thank you. We didn't know that was there, but we're here to help. And we will stand down as long as you don't take aggressive actions." Noticing that everybody is sort of taking a defensive stance at that point.
Go ahead, make a persuasion check.
Let's roll. Hey, dice. Let's roll above a 10. It'd be great. Like, because that would be like at least a 15. No, dice. You failed me again. It is what it is. We're rolling like absolute.
You all hear
balls.
words back in all of your heads at the same time. I will not be tricked. I will not be divided. All of you might have different plans for what you're trying to do in secrets, and I won't allow it. She is going to leave that here. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it. That's all my action. That's all my stuff.
At the end of your turn, she's going to use legendary action to fly up to Ludo. Ludo, is your turn.
As both images approach, Ludo is he's gonna kind of like, he's still floating, and he opens both of his palms, like kind of, at like waist level, and like reaching out. He's still offering that hand to help, and says again, "Let us help you help him."
And make that persuasion check.
Nine.
How can you help him if you can't even help yourself? Show me
Yeah,
your
he's probably-
strength
probably a little-
before. Go ahead.
He's probably a little bit distracted by, like, man, that was just a little imp in there the entire time.
That's your action. Any bonuses or movement?
No.
Alright, at the end of your turn, she's going to make an attack with her mace at you. Be a 21 to hit, which I'm pretty sure will miss.
Yep, he just kind of, like, deflects it with his hand in this, like, radiant, like his armor, we'll say, with his, like, radiant form at this point.
And she is going to use her attack actions on her turn and just start railing into you with the mace. 27 to hit.
This will trigger some readied actions too. Whenever
Awesome.
you're ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and do this first attack. So that's going to hit Ludo with 12 bludgeoning, 7 radiant, and 6 psychic. So that radiant will be halved down to 3. 21 total. And readied actions.
Do I get any bonuses for the psychic with the ruidium sword and shield?
The sword and shield should say, if they do. The shield might, if
18
you
dex
have it,
save for her.
but you might need it attuned.
Yeah, the shield. It doesn't. It's attuned. Just says psychic reflection. When you take psychic damage while holding the shield, you can use your reaction to choose another creature within 30 feet of you, and that creature takes the psychic damage you have taken.
Jeez.
Do you use that reaction?
Yeah, heck yeah. Reflect it onto the other image of herself.
So you would just be able to reflect the damage at her since it's not an attack roll. So you feel like you would be able to hit the other thing, but you would be able to deal damage back to her. Is there a save or anything involved?
I don't think so. I think it just said.
So I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Yeah. Yeah, when you take psychic damage while holding the shield, you can use your reaction to choose another creature you can see within 30 feet of you. That creature takes that psychic damage that you would have taken.
Perfect. Alright. She will take 6 psychic damage. So you'll just take 15 damage total then.
Yep, got it.
Alright, and that will trigger your attack. So it's a dex save from Perigree.
Yeah.
23 saves.
Okay. Meets it, beats it. Or not meets it. She's way above it. Oh my gosh.
No, Mitsubishi.
Imagine the fucking 23.
Humble
I looked
brag.
at the 23 damage, and I was like, oh yeah, that's it.
My head snapped up so hard from my cell phone. At that point, I'm like, what?
What?
You didn't know I did some power leveling on the side?
No shit.
Well, you weren't looking.
Grinded for 2 days.
Turned in a bunch of side quests.
So Ray, on your page, you can, if you want to get the attunement off of the animated shield, you can be attuned to the Ruidium shield, and that will give you the bonuses. Because I think you're still, because they do require that. That one does require an attunement.
Oh, I gotcha.
But because of the Ruidium, that could be swapped out. So have you swap those off. And then Dagger, did you do an attack as well?
I will be attacking. Since one of them's in melee range, there really isn't much of a difference between the two.
Yeah, I'm just doing that for effect of like how they're along. It's a mirror image. There's one right there. But I'm just keeping the multiple things up. Sorry. So you'd be attacking her in the mirror images no matter what. For the confusion.
Is it melee? Is it okay? I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, she's floating all around the space. I just can't,
Okay.
Like if it was just mirror image, regular she would be right there in your spot. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I would see. Then I don't think an 11 hits. I am going to burn a. Yeah, that's an attack roll. I'm gonna burn a psychic dice to activate homing strike. This is adding a 1d10, so 20 to hit.
That will just beat it.
Okay. That actually burns the dice. And that's 7 psychic. I leave it up to you whether the sneak attack affects or not. So it's right there.
Yeah, you would trigger sneak attack. So first have to.
Oh yeah. Which one did I hit?
8 or higher when there's 2 of them. Because actually, there's only 1 missing, so there should have been another one up actually. So you hit that one. She's down to now 1 image. I did not put up. I only put 3 of her when there should have been 4 technically.
Yep.
So that was my bad. So that one does hit because 8 and higher is what does the second one. So
Okay.
Second one down. She's down to 1 image now. Sorry about that. I messed up. In my head, I said mirror image 3.
Yeah, I never ever think to upcast it, so it's like, oh, it's always going to be 2 images.
Alright, so that was your ready to attack. She's going to now smack Ludo with her second attack. Yeah, I'll just get rid of this to make it easier. We have 1 image left. She's going
like a 27, right, for Ludo?
26.
Yeah, hits.
Beats it.
12 bludgeoning, 12 radiant, 4 psychic. So that'd be 6 radiant, 2 psychic, and 12 bludgeoning. 18 total. And then she's going to bring that over. And that will be the end of her turn. Morgan, it is now your turn. You are beginning inside Moonbeam.
Oh, I need a con save then, yeah.
Yes. Be
All right,
2d10.
con save. Wow, 20.
That will beat the DC, I believe. Let me just double check
Alright.
since she's angel. Yep, 17. It'd be 16 half, so 8 radiant damage.
8 radiant. Got it.
Alright, you're not a shapeshifter, are you?
No, Morgan is not a shapeshifter. Many things, but shapeshifter is not one.
Alright,
Be a wild. Everybody's a shapeshifter.
alright, that will be the rest of your turn now.
Okay, I'm going to move up here And I am going to target her. Well, I didn't have very much luck with the dex save. We'll try and target a different save, although I'm sure this one's much better. But hey, here we go. Toll the Dead.
All right, wisdom save.
Wisdom save, yeah.
21.
Damn. Okay, yeah, I figured that was going to be really good for. Okay. I'm gonna throw a tiny little healing word out on myself. Just a small one, just a 6 hit point one.
Any other movement?
No, I don't want to get attack of opportunity.
Nice. You should be just outside the moonbeam. Perfect.
Yeah.
Dagger. Morgan's blowing up your spot. She's bringing heat.
Well, time to stab back. This will be main attack. 21 to hit.
Hit.
9 psychic, 22 sneak. I will take the sneak on that one.
All right. It's got to be an 11 or higher. We'll hit her. So it'll be 31 total.
Okay.
Um,
I'm kind of just stuck here with not much else to do at the moment, so I think I'll just use offhand psychic dagger as well. Oh! Woo! It's a bummer. I mean, I guess it worked out because I could also whiff, but yeah.
All right, we'll do that crit to hit, and does not hit the illusion, goes right to her, so that's another 11. She begins swinging out wildly. If you can't even defeat me, how do you hope to help him? And is that the end of your turn, Dagger?
Yeah.
She's going to use
Might be a mistake.
legendary action to make an attack against you. Be 25 to hit.
At disadvantage.
17 to hit.
Misses.
All right. That is the end of your turn, Aljin.
Okay. I don't like half of this crap happening. I'm going to use. This is wild. This is a wild question. I want to use my action to. Part of my movement to move up into Ludo's space, and then my action to shove Ludo out of the moonbeam as my attack.
Good.
Action.
Could do that. Would you make that a contested, so you're going to be in the space and pushing him out of it to remain?
I want to move into his space, and I want to move him out of the moonbeam. I know what moonbeam does. I've seen him use it. I want him to move out of it.
Would Ludo contest that or make that a contested roll?
I think at this point he's still focused on trying to offer his hand to Perigree. Like he hasn't even taken any swings himself, so he's still kind of in that hopeful, like, take my hand, let us help you.
All right.
So I don't think he would contest.
If you're
it.
willing to do that action, I'll say you getting in the space and like transposing would let you, but you'd have to remain in that spot.
Yeah, 100%. If you want me to make the save in that spot, that's fine because I start my turn.
You did enter it, so
yeah.
go ahead and make that con save.
Okay. I'm gonna try to roll it in this. Let's see if it fails out. Yeah, it failed. So let me roll a d20 plus 7. So
Yes. Oh, D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
You get plus 2.
20 also plus.
Oh yeah,
okay,
don't
so
forget
plus
the aura.
9. Jeez, that's a nat 1 for a 9 or for a 10, so I fail.
All right. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Make that charisma saving throw. You will make it with advantage for the sacrifice.
Okay.
And you will take 13 radiant damage.
An advantage would be 15.
With the +2, make it 17.
Well, I had I had a +2 already. It was
Okay.
a +7 for my con.
Got it.
So
This one's a charisma saving throw.
Oh, charisma. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's 16 then total. No, that's hold on. Let me see what I rolled here. 6. Oh, let me see what this. 6,
You also have that roll
that's-
with advantage.
Okay, it'd be okay. Well, D20. Let me just roll a D20 here. Okay, cool. D20. Okay, so it would be a 5 or a 6. So it would be a. Let's see, with the 6 would be the top. 16, 18 with Ludo's save on there because the 9 was wrong.
Yeah.
So it'd be a 16 total or 18 total.
Just short, and you feel the beginning of ruidium corruption begin to seep in.
Okay.
Putting yourself vulnerable in that sacrifice, opening yourself up in this space, and you feel it just come crashing in, and that spot flares back to life. It will be the you find it. What's it called? What's your feat called, Dagger? Is it just Ruidium Corruption level 1?
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll have to add that to your sheet.
Okay. Read it. Idiom corruption level 1.
Yep. Yeah, that just takes -2 penalty to all your D20 checks, and that will math it in automatically.
So,
The reason
Alright.
this Ruidium is hitting like this hard is because at the end of your turn, or do you have anything else?
That's my action. So I do have a bonus action. Give me 1 second. I will. She, in my opinion, is not backing down, which sucks. Which sucks. Damn. Yeah. So I'm going to. Use this. Spend 2 of these to quicken a spell, and that spell is jeez. None of these work. I need her to make a Constitution saving throw as I angle my rhymes binding ice, because I mean that's the damn it. half of this. Half of 24.
12, yep. So that brings her up to
12.
60.
And she's not bound by my ice, but I could totally move out of the space, but I wouldn't move out of space because I want to keep Ludo out of it. I don't want him to move back into it. That's my turn.
At the end of her turn, her second legendary action, she is going to swing in the space that Ludo was, that you've now put yourself in as you cast that spell out, and this mace is going to come at you for a crit.
Oh god.
I would
Okay.
like to use my reaction.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's that the Sentinel at Death's Door.
You negate the crit effect.
Yeah.
So you'll take 7 bludgeoning damage. You will take 9 radiant and 11 psychic, and you will not take the additional 30 40 damage that would come from that crit.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, so 7, 9, 11, so 27 total.
Yep, we got all
Ooh,
that.
that was a big save from Morgan. What does that look like? How does your Sentinel at Death Door work?
So she is kind of like keeping like an ever watchful eye on the battlefield, looking at these kind of guided strikes, and seeing these like threads of fate just kind of like interweaving the battlefield. Half of what she's looking at is at like these threads directly, and she sees this kind of connection about to strike at the worst time, and she kind of uses this energy and like severs the thread just before the moment of calamity, and prevents a fate that would have been the one that is not this fate currently.
Somewhere in the afterlife, the Herasphex is cursing. No! You stole him again! I'm pretty sure that would have almost dropped Aljin if it fully hit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it would have. It would have been close. It would have put me down.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have.
Yeah, it
me
wouldn't have done
out, it would've
over,
put me
yeah,
down.
but definitely, yeah.
No, it would have put
It
me
would have
down.
put you at death's
100%.
door.
Yeah, 100%.
And Morgan, the ever watchful sentinel, prevents that fate as we move on to Ludo's turn. You see her getting aggressive.
Yeah, I see her hit Aljin really hard, and he pulls his hand back in and kind of clenches a fist around the hilt of the Ruidium Greatsword, and he's going in. And I think he would say something like, "Mother, stop this!" and swings.
Then hits her with the sword.
Yep.
The mother of all mommy issues.
24
Yeah.
hit.
Yes, that will hit.
That's plus 10 slashing, 8 psychic, 7 radiant, but I'm in my radiant form, so that's another 11 radiant.
Oh, it's 11 radiant total?
No, 11 on top of that.
Okay, so that'd be 18 total.
Radiant.
You see she is resistant to the radiant, so that'll take it down to 9. So 18 plus 9 is 27. So a good chunk of damage on her. She's starting to look a little wary and a little bloodied. Hard to tell with all the ruidium around her.
And then swing again. Yeah, I would notice I mean, I think inherently he would probably know that the radiant damage is, like, she's resistant to it. So, swing again.
That's a crit.
There's a crit.
Quit.
hit.
Jeez.
Oh damn.
So 13. The radiance is extra. So that is 10 radiant. Do you have extra radiant on top of that?
Let me see if
If it's
says
just the
per
first attack.
turn or how that. Yeah, once per turn.
Okay, so it's already hit.
yeah,
No, it's alright.
additional radiant.
Since that wouldn't get doubled anyway. So 10 radiant, so that'll be 5 plus 11 psychic, 16 plus 13 is 29 total. 7. 116. Alright. Yeah, you're fucking her up.
And then let's see, bonus action. Hmm. Yeah, she looks pretty rough.
She's looking pretty bloodied by now.
I don't have a ton of bonus actions. Let's bonus action Shield of Faith.
Get that AC up.
Takes you up to 26.
She's already taken both of her thing. Alright. At the end of your turn, as you start smashing out and you cast that spell, she says, I see you. You use the weapons of his own anguish against me, against him. Heard him. I've heard his suffering, his anger. I know what he will do if he gets free. He needs redemption, not vengeance. Sorry if I'm yelling too loud at y'all.
Very good.
Let us help you help him. It doesn't have to be like this. This won't end well for you.
More infernal tricks. Tell me, if you're truly my offspring, what will you do when you get to him? How will you help him?
Show him the path of redemption. I have walked along that path, and I can help guide him.
Then why do you now seek vengeance, and against whom?
Seek vengeance against the evils of the world.
The one you carried around your neck. And she will go ahead and attempt to swing out at you again. It'll be another crit.
Jeez.
I haven't had a chance to refresh yet.
Jack, just chill, man. Just chill.
That's a lot of crits.
You said your crit thing doesn't work if you don't have a reaction to use it.
Let me see if I can do anything.
Just
So
as a
much
reaction, say
opportunity.
no. Just say no as a reaction. No, no, thank you.
No. No.
I petition for that to not be a crit. No.
Second. I second.
I don't think so.
No, 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 no.
I don't think so. No, no, no. It's never, ever, 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 ever
gonna happen. I love this song as a DM.
I don't think so. No, no,
All right, we're in the middle of battle, y'all.
A serious battle,
This is-
obviously.
So do we?
Can I? Da, 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 da. Can I use silvery barbs, even though it's against me?
If you have silvery barbs as a reaction,
I do.
I can't imagine. Yeah, allow it. Because you've been.
What is a state? What is a state? Is a state a creature you see, or is a state when a attack roll?
It says
I can't
when
remember
you
the exact wording.
one reaction which you take when a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, an ability
Yeah.
check. So I can
Yeah.
see her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
will
doesn't say
allow
that
it.
it's another creature. Yeah.
This is my fault for letting you cast spells while your shield and weapon are both in hand, but it's technically your holy symbol, so we'll allow it. So yeah, you cast that silvery barbs. You'll have to re-roll.
Wow,
I was
she does it
really hoping for another one.
again. I kind of was too. As a player, as a DM, I'm like, let's do it again.
Mhm.
As a player, I was hoping you didn't.
Nice. And then she is going to see that doesn't quite hit, and she's going to reach back out at Aljin and attack him. Their second attack.
That's fair. That's fair.
Now,
This
here's
is
the
where the
other
other crit. This is where the other crit happens. Yeah.
Oh,
You watch this
just the 26. Sorry,
What?
double hit.
Oh, just the 26.
Yeah.
The
thought
13
that
would have
said
hit, my
13.
friend. The 26 definitely hits, yes.
All right, so that'd be 9 bludgeoning, 7 radiant, 7 psychic, so 23 total.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so, how about I'm down?
You see Aljin drop beneath the blow of this mace as she is swinging out wildly. You can't even help your friends. How can you help him? As she smashes him down to the ground. Morgen, you see that? It is now your turn.
Morgan will say, "Death is not yet in your path, my friend." And we'll cast a level 3 spell. Get an aura of vitality going, and I will target Aljin with that. And since he is at 0, my Circle of Mortality comes into play. He gets the maximum bonus from this. So you regain 12.
12.
And you actually get a few more because you're fragment.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, what was...
It's like, I think, a 3 bonus, probably, or something.
Oh, I get my proficiency, so I get 4 more.
Hell yeah.
On top of that.
Perfect. Some good healing. And that is your action and bonus, Morgan?
Action bonus, no movements.
Alright. At the end of your turn, nothing will happen. It will be Dagger's turn.
Dagger's gonna stab.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Hits.
You can take the 24. It gave you advantage from that silvery barbs.
Okay, yeah, go. Yep.
Okay.
Just as good. 10 will not hit that last illusion. Will hit her directly. So that's 31 total.
Yeah, if it hits her, if I register it hits her directly.
Yeah.
I'll float. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I couldn't do it if I wanted to. I'm still, I guess, kind of stuck in my hole without burning resources. So I will use my offhand psychic dagger. 26. Keep hitting the wrong button.
We'll hit.
For 8 psychic.
So that is for 8 more psychic. All right. That is really good because what's happening simultaneously is at the end of your turn, she was going to try healing herself. And as she goes to reach in and cast that healing magic on her, how do you find the most vulnerable spot?
Ooh, shit. So hear me out. This is a melee attack. I could choose to knock out against a humanoid. Does that work with psychic damage?
Think her being a corrupted celestial, so not quite humanoid. I think the root idiom is going to hit the psychic damage no matter what. You feel that buzz attune.
Yeah, so I see the first attack open her up as she attempts to cast any, like, some sort of spell, like starts it. I don't know much about spell casting, but I do know an opening in the ribs. And I go to, like, have a glancing blow against them. Because I've hit people enough in that space to make them think that they're down and out, but they're really not. So I tried to dull the blade. I tried to do anything to at least connect, without puncturing deeply. But as it connects right between that third and fourth rib, I notice the blade slips all the way through.
What happened, it would have been a non-lethal, and that space would have been safe, but you see a large abscess pocket of ruidium corruption in her flesh, and that catches and diverts the blade, and that stagger is what pushes you all the way in, and you feel that radiant energy. The ruidium is a conductor. Your psychic damage, the lightning. In her dying throes, agony rips her body. Yeah.
No, it's just like, not what I wanted to do.
She spins around, looks at Ludo one last time. You see, in her final moments, the corruption clear, a brief moment of clarity. You see her skin, and she just whispers, "Thank you. I can go home to my mistress now. I see why she brought you back. You, my descendant, the bloodline of Lixian, you can save him. Just don't let him free. You have to help him first." And she withers away, Thanos style, in a flock burst of feathers.
Ludo comes out of his angelic form and just like lands softly on the ground, but kind of stumbles a little bit, and he's a little beat up. Wasn't really showing it before. Let's see, what do I have? How's everybody else look?
Say Morgan has some concentration to spend, so unless we're interrupted, I'm going to be spending that on some healing.
While y'all do your
I
quick
didn't get
actions.
touched. Which is a good thing, because I would have been toast if that connected.
Knowing
In the north entrance, you hear a sliding wall.
how big is your aura there, Morgan?
It's like 30 feet.
Okay. How hurt are you, Ludo?
I am 37 of 111.
You take Morgan. How hard are you? You're in? Everybody's in the aura. How hard are you?
I'm about.
You rolled so many sixes.
Yeah.
You guys take all you need to heal up fully before I
No,
take
more.
whatever is correct.
First of
No.
all, Morgan chooses.
55.
But
Well, that's true. That's
I'll
true.
heal you
100%.
first. All right, she's gonna throw the first 3 on.
I got 80
Aljin.
out of
How's
that.
make it?
The first 3, 1, 2, 3. So
27.
27. Okay.
Oh
Alright,
no, I'm
I'll
sorry.
take
That's
the first-
28. 11 is 22
28.
plus 7.
All right, 28.
Yeah.
I'll take the first 28. Okay.
All right, and then let's see, 5, 10, 12. We'll throw those 3 on Ludo. So 27 to Ludo.
Thank you.
It's pretty even so far. 28 and 27.
And then how are y'all looking? Good.
I'm over half.
I'll give you the next 2, so another 15. And then we'll give Ludo the last 12.
Thank you.
Yeah. Almost full. Are you sitting okay, Morgan?
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
Such a Such a
Such a
mom
cleric.
response. Jesus.
Yeah, she gives like that smile that is like not quite a lie, but also
I'm not.
like that
I'm not even
smug,
going
like
for it. I see through it.
you know exactly what
Yeah.
she's doing.
Perfect. You all take that rest of that minute while Morgan dispenses the healing. You're left with some questions and wondering what the hell is she on about? Who exactly is Ludo? What the fuck is up with that imp? There's still stuff to be done here, but before we get to that, we'll bring this half of the session to a wrap, and I'm gonna stop the recording and let us do this in split episodes today.
But I want to hear the music though.
We can't let it go without the music first. So we're gonna did the music.
Clean transition music.
And with that,
Yeah.
we'll catch you on the next session path. Watch it!